$37,000 on this one Airbnb account in the past 30 days with another 10 to 15K on my other Airbnb account. What does this tell you? The law of attraction actually fucking works. I'm 21 years old. I'm on vacation right now. I just chose to take like a 3-day trip to Orlando. But the point of this video is to show you the law of attraction works, but you just have to visualize what you actually want out of life. I visualized this 3 years ago. I've manifested it. And by manifestation, I mean I prayed to God every single day. I remember me praying to God, especially during Ramadan. It was about sophomore year, junior year of high school. I was praying and I was saying, God, please guide me on the right path. I cannot handle college. I need to make something out of myself. I need to start some type of business where I'm making a lot of money and I'm self-sufficient. I'm able to stabilize myself in my life and the people around me. And exactly that is what's happening. I'm still on the stepping stone of life. I still haven't done anything. I've still been doing cookie cutter things, but it just shows to show the law of attraction works. But it's not just manifestation and asking God for stuff. You actually have to act on it every single day, every single hour, every single week, every single month, or it won't work. You can't just expect something to come to you because you wrote it down 50 times on a piece of paper without you putting in the work for you to actually achieve it. The goal of life is to be financially free and do the things that you want. You know, my goal was never be, this big top billionaire that owns the world and has power in this country and that country. My simplicity and my simple form, all I wanted to be is financially free, support the people around me, and do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. And I'm not at that exact point yet, right? I can't take care of everyone around me, but I can definitely take care of myself and the closest people around me. And that gives me the ability and gives me the confidence to keep going because I know people are relying on me. I know whatever I want out of this world, I can achieve. And I know the anxiety that I'm feeling right now is gonna go by as time goes on. What you need to deem to understand is shit will keep going on around you as long as you live. It's not like the world's gonna pause for you and wait for you to do what you want to do when you want to do it. The world's not gonna pause for you to manifest the life that you want to live. The world's not gonna pause for you to attract the laws and attract the things that you want to do and apply it into your life. The world's gonna keep going no matter what. It doesn't give a fuck how you feel. It doesn't care about what's going on in your life. It doesn't care about what's going on in your family, how much money you lost that day, how you're feeling, what your body looks like, what you ate in a day. The world does not care. It's simply going to keep going. So either you're going to keep wasting your time doing worthless shit and stuff that's not going to help you grow, or you're going to do stuff that helps you grow every single day. The law of attraction works, but the law of attraction only works when you want it to work. So if you don't want it to work, if you're not going to put in the work every single day, if you're not going to believe what you want to achieve is actually believable and achievable, then it will not happen. What I'm doing right now, I'm making 50K a month. I feel like I'm doing cookie cutter shit. I'm about to make around 47, 48K this month, depending on the last 30 days and how this month ends out as well. But this just goes to show, shit can change drastically quickly. 3 years ago, I was working valet. I was moving cars at a Honda dealership. I remember it was a Honda dealership in Columbus, Ohio. I was moving cars. I was working 30, 40, sometimes 50 hours a week, just depending on the week. But I tried to give myself some slack so I can work on my business. But those of you who know, those of you who are in my Discord and those of you who are close to me understand that I worked my job and I grinded my ass off up until I had like 3, 4 Airbnbs. And I was still working. And then I eventually could, so I had 4 Airbnbs. I said, let me lock in my business and do what I need to do to get to where I want to be. I built myself to this point. I'm 21 years old making this type of money, but I had to have delayed gratification. And it's part of the law of attraction, delayed gratification, because you can't just attract things to come towards you immediately. This shit took time. This shit can take 1 year for you. It can take 6 months for you. It can take 1 month for you. Everyone is on God's speed. Everyone is on God's timing. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take for you. As long as you're putting in the input every single day, you will see an outcome. But you have to believe that you can do shit. I believed I can make 50K a month. I believed I can be financially free. I believed I can go on vacation whenever I want. I believed I can do this shit when I'm young and not old. A lot of you wait until you're old. A lot of you say, oh, I'm going to wait till this happens so I graduate high school or until I graduate college. Eventually, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to have more time when, the kids are out of school. And then once the kids are out of school, you're going to tell yourself, oh, maybe, when I'm retired, I'm going to have time. And then the time comes when you're retired, you're like, oh, maybe when I'm a little bit older. And then time comes, you're 60, 70, 80 years old, sitting on your deathbed and like, damn, I wish I actually took action. God knows, I'm going to see what God blesses me with, but Right now, I don't have kids. Right now, I don't have a wife. Right now, I don't have financial obligation towards an entire family. So I can take those risks. I can do what I want to do. I have the time. The one thing we cannot get back in this life is time. Time is never gonna come back. Money's always gonna come back. Let's say you take a risk, you go into whatever business. It doesn't have to be the business I'm in, which is Airbnb, by the way. You can go into any other business, start a brick and mortar business, even start a barbershop. Put, 15, 20, 30, 50K to start this barbershop, ends up not working. What are you losing? You're not losing anything, you're just gaining experience. But let me turn the jets for this hot tub back home. Everything in life, whether you like it or not, even if you fail, you're gaining some sort of experience. Experience is what's going to get you from point A to point B. Experience is what's going to help you suffice and help you blow up in whatever business they want to blow up in. Because my first business, I didn't do exactly what I needed to do, but I used it as a stepping stone. Maybe I didn't make money. I remember the first business that I started a snow removal business. I had one client. That client was my parent. I started a mulching business. I had a couple clients, did a bunch of jobs, but I realized this hard type of labor business is not something I want to do. And I want to do more passive income, something that's going to make me money every single month on a monthly basis, and something that isn't gonna go to shit with a click of a finger. So with all that being said, I found out about Airbnb, but I started different business models as well. I was a barber. I cut hair for a lot, and a lot of you watching this video might be from high school. I probably cut your hair at some point. I charged 10, 15, 20, $25 is how much I made the most out of a haircut. And I did that too. I started selling candy out of my locker in 8th grade. I had a sign on the locker and it was called Daddy's Market. If I can find the photo, I'm gonna put it in the video right here. But I started a business in 8th grade. It wasn't really a business. I just sold candy out of my locker. I made $100 in profit in a month. I tried starting an SEO business. That didn't work. I tried being a realtor. That didn't work out for me. So I tried a bunch of different things and I failed. But every time I failed, it taught me things that I needed to know to get to where I wanted to be. Throughout me trying all these things and failing at all these things, it just showed me what I needed to do. I even tried car sales and I bought this RV with my boy Hassan. We ended up both losing a bunch of money. And we were only in high school, bro. Like, we took the risk. My camera just overheated. I had to wait like 10 minutes for it to go back to normal temperature. But let me get back to the video, guys. Like I was saying, I tried multiple business models. I've done a bunch of different things and I failed at a bunch of different things. But what do you guys get out of this is I tried all these business models while I was young. I tried them one after another and I didn't let one take me down. Whenever I failed at something, I got back up and I tried again at something new. Don't be scared to try new things. If you want something to work and you don't put the effort for it, it will not work. It's just very simple terms of life. If you don't put in the work for the things that you want, you will not get the outcome that you deem to receive. The last business I started before this Airbnb business that's making me 50K a month right now was the mulching business. And I did about 8 or 10 jobs. They're about $500 a piece. So I made about $5,000 in revenue, but obviously I had helpers and people around me helping me with the business as well, because it wasn't just a one-man army. It was usually me and a friend, and then we would split some profits, or depending on how much money we made on a deal is what our revenue split was consistent of. So what did this business teach me, right? Because obviously you guys know I had my valet job that I was talking about, and I got it after this job because I needed more of a consistent income, because we're obviously going into, like, school was ending and I was going into more of like the fall season, and mulching is a seasonal business, so I needed to get that job. But what did the mulching business teach me? I didn't want to do hard labor type of job. I didn't want to start hard labor type of businesses. I wanted to make more of like the online money thing, because everyone right now in the world wants to make money online, whether that's trading, online businesses, e-commerce, whatever it is. So listen, I know I'm going to make money, and I know I am making money right now, and I know I'm going to keep making more money. And maybe between step 1 and step 2, which is step 1, I'm making the money I am now, and step 2, I'm making triple as much money as I am. Maybe between those steps, I fail and I lose absolutely everything, and I lose all the money that I'm making right now. And maybe that does happen, but I'm not gonna let it stop me. I'm not gonna let the fear of the unknown stop me. Everyone lets the fear of the unknown stop them from doing the things that need to do, or stop them doing from the things that they want to do. Because you might think, if I'm gonna try this business model, if I'm gonna try this thing, I'm gonna fail and I'm not gonna succeed at it. That's the worst mindset to have when you're going to business model, when you're going to business, when you're going to a new job. It's just realizing and thinking that you're gonna fail just off the bat, without actually having to try anything, without you trying anything in the beginning. Don't be afraid of failure. When I think of failure and I get anxious about certain things for my business, I have a bunch of bills that I need to pay every single month, people relying on me, employees, friends, whatever it is. I have a bunch of weight on my shoulders. But do I let this affect me? Sometimes I do, because I'm human. But every time I get anxious, what I try to think about is the world. Just picture the world in its entirety, an entire circle, and then zoom out on this world. Think of the galaxy and zoom out a million miles. Shit does not matter. We are so insignificant. Humans are literally peons. So what does this tell you? Whatever you're doing, whatever you think is cringy, you posting content, you starting a new business, and you're worried about everything that's going on around you, you're worried about failing, you're worried about things not working, you are in the improper mind frame. Don't give a fuck about what people think. Don't give a fuck if you're gonna fail, because if you're gonna fail, God written it out that you're gonna fail anyways. You are going to fail regardless. God wants you to learn from these failures. Anyways, when life hits you with distractions, you get past those distractions. You know, I got to record this video. I need to get content out for you guys. I need to educate the world, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Did I procrastinate this video? Yes. Am I a human? Yes. Do I make mistakes? Yes. Am I recording this video now? Yes. Did I have 2 days before where I could record these type of videos for you guys and get the education out and get more content out and get more views on these videos? I could have, but I'm a human. I procrastinate just like you guys procrastinate. But what you need to learn is to end this procrastination and not let the shit eat you alive. The law of attraction does not work if you don't allow it to work. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, if you don't allow something to work for you, it's not going to fucking work. You guys see all the good shit that I put out for you guys on YouTube, and you see all the good things in social media. People tend to show only the good things, and I show some bad too, but I don't show all the bad. There's always shit happening. Someone's always going through something. Your friends are going through something. You're going through something. Your parents are going through something. And sometimes people blame their parents for the position that they're in. But what you don't understand is it's your parents' first time living too. It's your first time living. It's their first time living. We're continuously going to learn until the day that we're 6 feet under the ground. And sometimes we might not be 6 feet under the ground because a nuke can come down and fucking hit us and blow us all and turn us into fucking ashes. So you not taking advantage of your time right now, you not losing the law of attraction, you're not praying to God, you're not putting in effort every single day, are all things that you can control. Everything is in your control. It just matters if you want to control it or not, or you want to let things control you. Life is going to control you. People are going to control you. The people around you are going to control you. Your parents are going to control you if you choose to let that happen. But if you choose to take your own path, if you choose to take initiation, if you choose to take responsibility for the things that are going on in your life, then you won't feel that anymore. As a man, you need to be responsible for absolutely everything that happens in your life. If it's raining outside and I get wet, it's my fault. Why is it my fault? Is it raining? Yes. Could I have brought an umbrella? Yes. If it's cold outside and I'm feeling cold, is it my fault that it's cold? Maybe it's not my fault that it's cold, but it's my fault that I'm feeling cold. I could have brought a fucking jacket. So you being prepared for life and anything that life has to bring to you is fully in your control. But if you don't choose to control the shit, you're gonna lose everything and just let everything control you throughout your entire life. But if you choose to take your own path, you choose to do what you need to do on a day-to-day basis, if you choose to take control of your life now, then you will not have these problems moving forward. But what you need to understand is we all make mistakes. You're gonna continuously make mistakes every single day. And whenever you make mistakes, you can't let it tear you down. Once you let shit affect you, once you let stuff affect your move on a day-to-day basis, which I'm currently struggling with right now, I'm overcoming and I'm putting into words. Once you overcome these things, then life becomes easy. You stop giving a fuck. You start putting content out there. You start grinding every single day, regardless of how you feel, and you get to where you want to be. If I started this business at 18 years old, I started with 1 Airbnb, 2 to 3 months later, I got 2 and 3 Airbnbs, and I kept scaling forward until I got 4. Now I move forward, and then I dropped the job that I have and I focus on growing my business to the point now where I have multiple Airbnbs generating me $50,000 a month. And this month, I'm about to make around 20, 25, 30K in profit. I haven't calculated everything yet, but it just shows to show. If you put in the work, you will see an outcome. And I'm 21 years old, I'm doing this. There should be no reason why you can't do the same thing too, unless you got a whole bunch of fucking excuses. In life, you can be full of excuses or you can be full of execution. It really depends on what you want to do. But enough rambling for this video. I hope you benefited from this video. I hope you understand what the how and why the law of attraction works. If you want to learn more about my business model, I suggest watching any of my previous video or click on one of the links in my bios, or just follow my Instagram. Just like I tell you guys, follow my Instagram and I answer any and all DMs always. Unless you ask a very stupid, retarded question, I'm probably not going to answer you. But like I leave you guys at the end of every single video, make sure you pray to God, because God is the one thing that will give you anything that you want on top of you putting in the effort for it. Once God sees you put in effort, then he's going to reward you accordingly. There's a saying, when you walk towards God, he jogs to you. When you jog towards God, he runs to you. When you run towards God, he sprints to you. So what does that say? When you put in effort, God puts in more effort for you on the back end as well, for you to get to where you want to be. With that being said, make sure you follow my Instagram and make sure you pray to God. I'm out.